We had a big win with the Supreme Court on the Department of Education. We want, as you know, we want to bring education back to the states, take the federal government out of it. A little tiny bit of supervision, but very little.
President Trump celebrating another legal victory as the Supreme Court will allow the White House to move ahead with mass firings at the Department of Education. The former Education Secretary Betsy DeVos joins us now. Madam Secretary, good to see you again. Thanks very much for spending time with us. How do you think this ruling will be applied? Because it would seem that the president cannot eliminate the Department of Education without congressional approval, but he certainly can pull the rug out from underneath it.
Certainly, and this is a really big and important step in the right direction. Having run the department for 4 years, I saw firsthand how inefficient, how bloated, and how unaccountable that bureaucracy is. And this is an important move. When I said during the first term I wanted to work myself out of a job, I meant it. We had people who hadn't logged into computers for 2 years, who were sleeping at their desks, some even holding second jobs during the day. It has been totally ineffective and unaccountable to the people it's supposed to serve. And in fact, it's done major harm. So this is a really big and important step in the right direction.
The country's largest teachers union is the NEA. Here's what they said about the ruling. NEA will continue our efforts in and outside of court to protect students, school districts, parents, and educators from Trump's illegal and destructive dismantling of the Department of Education. Everyone who cares about America's students in public schools should be appalled by the Supreme Court's premature intervention in this case. What do you say in response to that?
That's absolute nonsense. The department was created to close achievement gaps. Achievement gaps have widened since the department opened just more than 40 years ago. 70% of fourth graders today can't read. It has utterly failed in its mission. And President Trump and Secretary McMahon are absolutely right about returning power, control, resources back to the states, and importantly, back to families as well, to make the best decisions for their kids. Together with the big win in the One Big Beautiful Bill, with establishing the first federal tax credit for scholarships for kids. This is a huge step in the right direction. And this Supreme Court decision to allow the right sizing of the department, it should ultimately be shut down. But that's an act of Congress. But the president and secretary can move in an important direction and continue to chip away at this large, ineffective, and in many cases, harmful bureaucracy.
You mentioned ineffectiveness, outcomes when it comes to the Department of Education. We put together some handy-dandy graphics so folks at home can get a greater impact and appreciation of this. Because here's what the National Education Association and the American Federation of Teachers are defending. Nation's proficiency report card on math and reading. Fourth grade, 39% proficient in math, 31% proficient in reading. By eighth grade, those numbers decline to 28% proficient in math, 30% proficient in reading. And I don't know if you can see this, Madam Secretary, but we put together this graph of outcomes versus spending on the Department of Education. Look at how the line goes up in terms of spending, and look at how the lines are pretty much flat in terms of outcomes. Taxpayers have cumulatively spent since 1980, when the department was created, some $3 trillion. And it seems to have been, according to some people, throwing a lot of good money after bad.
No, that's absolutely right. And that's what we were saying during the first administration and trying to overcome. And again, that's why I'm so pleased that they've been able to take important steps in the direction of returning power to the most local level. Most importantly, to parents and families to make the best decision for their child's education, because they're the ones that have the vested interest in the outcomes for that child. And this notion that a federal department is doing anything to add value and outcomes to kids' education has been proven to be a fallacy. The department has been a failure at its mission. And right-sizing it and ultimately shutting it down is the way we have to go.
All right, final point on all of this. Gallup poll taken back in February on how Americans feel about the quality of public education. 24% said they were satisfied. 73% said They were dissatisfied. We'll see if the president gets any congressional cooperation on all of this, and we'll be watching it as it goes forward. Madam Secretary, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.